Weather headlines, ladies and gentlemen. First off, good Wednesday morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us early here on AMHQ Early. I'm meteorologist Jordan Steele.
And I'm meteorologist Carfagno. We're going to take a look at your top weather stories today.
Okay, so we've got this
Marquette. I know it looks awfully snowy there, but we're a snowy place, so we're a little behind. We'll get a little bit more out of this. We're almost done with the snow. It's not a huge snowmaker. Temperatures in the 20s, though, so what's falling is falling as snowfall. Here's the radar right now. You can see some of these enhancements here where we have some of the darker blues. That's all actually pushing to the east. So, we're in the last couple of hours of this winter weather maker for us in Marquette, Mackinac City, Sheboygan, Gaylord, northern top end of I-75. In lower Michigan, this is where we do have some snow as well. This is coming down. Traverse City, it's a snowy start for you as well. This is the kind of snow it's been, though, about 1 to 3 inches. In Monongah here in Minnesota, we've had 3 inches. Brainerd, 1.5 inches. Rhinelander in Wisconsin, just over 2 inches of snowfall. All right, so let's track this through today. Detroit, I don't think you'll get a lot out of this. It's really just north of you. It's a weak little system. It's a clipper. It doesn't have a lot of moisture with it. So we're going to see this pushing east as it does actually because of its northern track. There's warm air. Well, I'll put warm in quotes, warmer air, so that when this goes into the northeast, I think we're not going to see much in the way of snowfall here as well. We'll talk about it. Jordan, what about places like Little Rock? If you guys have seen The Invisible Man, I'm in that movie and I do a forecast that's just like that for the movie. The rain just keeps going on and on and on. So anyway, there's my little shameless plug. The thing is, we could actually use the rain in spots. We don't need any weather right now. We just sort of need a weather break. But Little Rock, Jackson, Nashville, Atlanta, we're actually all below average when it comes to rainfall. I know you've had everything else, right? But we're a little below average with the moisture. Raleigh, we are nearly 5 inches above. That's where we've had all the rain across eastern North Carolina, southeastern South Carolina, southern Georgia. That's where the rainfall has been when you look at who's been wet, your departures from average so far this year and this month. So where we're going to get the rain actually is pretty well placed in areas that could use the moisture, places that are a little below average, like Nashville, like Memphis, like Little Rock. Here comes our system. Here comes our front. It lifts north, it sets up, and it sticks around right here over the Tennessee Valley for several days. So it starts tomorrow with showers. Throughout the afternoon, you'll see it creeping up across eastern Texas, and then it sticks around for several days. Now, we may begin with a little bit in the way of thunderstorm activity. We'll see this perhaps tomorrow, late in the day, early evening. We've got that risk of hail if any of these thunderstorms do go severe. And then we track the rain, and it is just a rainy weekend for you setting up in places like Nashville and Chattanooga. It's going to be so nice today. Do everything outside because look at this. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you've got rain in your forecast. Now, in places like Birmingham and Atlanta, I think you'll have some chances to have some dry time for sure this weekend. But Huntsville, you're right in that zone where the front is and where we've got the showers. So we've got a pretty wet stretch from Friday all the way into Tuesday of next week. It's not going to be crazy cold. In fact, our temperatures warm up to nearly 70 this weekend. We're just not going to get a chance to really have an extended period of drying out. All right, Jim, so let's go back into Texas and see what's happening there.
Yeah, and when you just look at that forecast, not an extended period of looking at any kind of cold weather coming.
Yeah, that's so key.
So that's a huge thing. The crisis in Texas, though, now 5 board members with the Electric Reliability Council in Texas.
That gets washed out, so I'm going to take you into that. Your forecast starting with Friday. So we've got rain setting up from Texas all the way to North Carolina. That's your Friday. You take a look at Saturday and Sunday. It looks very similar, doesn't it, with the rain in the forecast? By the way, Saturday's National Strawberry Day. I don't know about you, but I've been getting some strawberries out of Florida. They are so good right now. This is the season when they really start to get sweet. The rain, though, is going to be continuing all across the east. Your time outside, if you have a bike, you're ready to get outside, ride it today or tomorrow, but then the rain does come back. So I want to talk about what's happening actually as we look at this forecast above average with rain. So even though I know we're sick of weather in all these places that mentally you just need a break, we actually could use a little bit of rain, and that happens to be where it's going to be placed. This is a zone that's been actually below average. Jim did that great segment yesterday showing that all the snow that fell over here didn't have a lot of water content in it. It all fell, all the water fell in the rain that we had in South Carolina, Southeast Georgia, and that happens to be where we're not going to get as much out of this next series of storms that comes through. The front sets up, it doesn't really move, and it just keeps on raining in some of the same areas. So here comes that front. It lifts north over the Tennessee Valley. We've got rain repeating itself here day after day after day as we get into this weekend. We start tomorrow with some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm or two here across northeastern Texas. Hail would be the main risk if we do get any severe weather. But then we watch the Friday forecast. It's more rain than anything else. Rain on the roads if you're driving. And Saturday, if you got the soccer game games for the kids, or maybe Little League is already starting up here. We are looking at some rain out there on the field. Sunday's forecast, more rain as well, continuing into the mid-Atlantic actually too. And then Huntsville, Monday and Tuesday, it's still raining. Let's get an update now on what is happening in Texas, Jim. It's going to be, it's going to be months, if not, more than a year.
This is like hurricane recovery or a big, this is our first $1 billion disaster of the year, and it will be multiple billions.